Hi, third grade. This week we're going to focus on Unit 6, Week 3. This is the last week in Unit 6. So at the end of this week, we'll be taking the Unit 6 assessment. Down below are the trick words you should be practicing at home. We have also, any, country, Mr., answer, away, many, and who. Okay, the first page is practicing marking things. It says read the words, scoop or underline and mark syllables and circle suffixes. Indicate the sound of I in an open syllable exception with either a schwa or a long E sound. So if you look at the first row, they have actually done the first two words for you in the example part. This is tate. Okay, hes is simply a short E with a closed syllable, but this is your schwa. Okay, and that's your open syllable. It doesn't say hesitate, it's hesitate. That's your open syllable exception. And here you just have a vowel, long vowel, consonant E. Okay. The second word is also done for you. We have stew, D, O. Okay, we have an open syllable with a long U. We have this one with a long E. And look up here, that's actually a mistake. This should be a long E because it is making the long E sound, isn't it? Studio, not studay. I can't even say it. Studio doesn't even make sense. The long E. Okay, and the last one is just a long vowel, open syllable. But yes, this middle one is the open syllable exception because it doesn't say studio. Okay, we have qualify. You qualify for the finals, qualify. Okay, I would say this one actually, I don't know, I could see you saying, because it's not qual, I could see you saying this is a schwa, but it's a closed syllable for sure. Qualify, this is your schwa, open syllable exception, that I. And phi would be the long Y, the I sounding like the long I there. Okay, and that's open. Okay, let's do this next row. Ray, D, 8, radiates. Okay, so we have ray is open with that long A for sure. D is your open syllable exception, and that I sounds like a long E. And then we have eights, which is a vowel, long vowel, A, consonant, silent E. That's a V-E syllable there. Radiates. Heaters, the heater radiates a lot of heat in the wintertime. Okay, next word we have cavity. Oh, nobody wants to have a cavity in their mouth. Cav is a short A, closed syllable. Here you have a schwa that sounds like that's your open syllable exception because it's not cavity, it's cavity. And then here we have a Y that sounds like that long E. And that's an open syllable. Okay, last one in this row. We have scorpion. Scorpion. Score. Actually, this OR, you haven't learned it yet, but that's an R-controlled vowel. Okay, we usually just circle that. That's kind of giving us a sneak peek into the future here. That's R-controlled. This one is a I that sounds like a long E. And that's an open syllable exception because it's not pion. Okay, scorpion. And then this is just a short vowel closed syllable there. Okay, let's try this one. We have me, D, like a size medium. Me is long vowel, open syllable. D is that I is sounding like a long E. That's an open syllable exception. And we have which is just a short U, closed syllable. Okay, we have next tate and imitate, circle that suffix S. Is a short I, closed syllable. Is a schwa sounding, open syllable exception. That I is all by itself in a syllable. And tates is long vowel, consonant, silent E. We've got a V-E syllable there. Imitates. The child imitates the animal. It's like you copy something if you imitate something. Okay, here we have stay, D, The Steelers play in the stadium. Stay, long A, open syllable. D, that I sounds like a long E. That's your open syllable exception. And then is just a closed syllable with that short U. Okay, we have one last row. Dom, no. Dom is short O, closed syllable. This I by itself is that schwa, open syllable exception. And no is long O, just a regular open syllable. Okay. Now, people say this one differently. People say apricots, apricots. A could be a long vowel that's open. Now, this isn't, they definitely don't say apricot. So this is your schwa. That I is making a schwa sound. And you think it's open because in that syllable, nothing's following behind that I, but it is an open syllable exception. Okay, apricot. Caught, though, is definitely short O, closed. Okay, last one on this page. Evident, and then circle the suffix ly. Is short E, closed syllable. This I by itself is your schwa, which is an open syllable exception. And dent is short E, closed syllable. Awesome job. Okay, this next one seems fun here. It says, read the syllables in the box. Draw a line to connect syllables to form real words. And then I'm not going to do this part for you, but then you're going to write the words from above that you connect on the lines below and practice reading these words. You'll notice that all of these words, notice in foundations that are, we're not just doing single syllables. This isn't even two syllable words. All of these words have first syllable, second syllable, third syllable. So our words are getting longer for sure. Okay. We have hos. I think I like hospital. Hospital. Okay. Let's try a different color. Confident, confident. If you know what you're doing, you're confident. And the last one, let's see if it works. Imitate. If you copy someone, you imitate it. Okay, I think we figured that one out. So you can go ahead and make sure you have those connected and just spell them down below. So repeat after me. Hospital, confident, imitate. Good job. All right, let's go back over to this second box here. And some of these you should know because we've practiced them on the previous page. We have apricot. And they split these differently, actually. They did I did because I say apricot, and there's different ways to say it. But if you want the short A, then you would close it in with apricot. It's like tomato, tomato, kind of. Okay, so apricot. Let's see another one. Evident. If something's evident, it's very clear and obvious. And then the next one is festival. Okay, so let's say those ones and you can write them down below. Apricot, evident, festival. Very good. Okay, let's come down here. We have cabinet. We store things in the kitchen cabinet. The next word, let's see. Institute. Very good. And the last one is candidate. The candidate for president. Candidate or candidate. Okay, so we have cabinet, institute, candidate. Very good. Okay, let's do the last box here. Domino. We have implicate. These are tough words. Implicate. And then the last one is continent. We live on the continent of North America. Continent. Good job. And then don't forget just to copy those words down below. Okay, the next page wants us to read the words in the box and then draw a line to match words that have opposite meanings. These are antonyms. Okay, so let's read the words first. Reject, began, and hesitate. Okay, and then on this side, we're going to be matching them. Ended, rush, accept. Okay, so if you reject something or someone, that's the opposite of, right, accepting them. Okay, what's the opposite of began? You began a book or you, ended a book or finished, right? If you don't hesitate, that means you could rush and do it quickly. Hesitate means you think about it a lot. Okay, let's do the second box. We have adult, confident, asleep. And then we have awake, shy, and child. Well, I think this one's pretty obvious. What's the opposite of an adult? Right, a child. What's the antonym? If you're not confident, you might be, right, shy. And if you're not asleep, you're probably awake. Very good. Okay, let's try the bottom two boxes. Let's read the words first. Compliment, decline, tidy, messy, accept, and insult. Okay, let's see. Well, if you're not giving someone a compliment, the opposite of giving someone a compliment would be, offending them or insulting them. Okay, not something we want to do ever. Okay, if you don't decline someone's offer, that means you accept it. And if you're the opposite of tidy, that means your desk must be messy. Good. Okay, let's try one more. Located, maximum, focused, distracted, lost, or minimum. All right, let's find the opposites. Well, if you didn't locate something, it must still be what? Lost, yeah. Maximum, opposite, you know that one, minimum. And if you're not focused, you must be distracted. Awesome job. Okay, here we're going to practice the difference between these two sound-alike words, O-O-H versus O-O-W-E. Okay, so OWE, if you owe somebody something, you have to still do it. You might owe me homework or owe somebody money that you borrowed. Okay, so number one is just oh no. Yeah, you're going to use OH with a capital because it's the beginning of a sentence. Jim will have to owe a lot of cash for that piano. Okay, OWE for number two. Good. Number three, we do not owe our trust to the candidate. Yeah, that's another OWE here. Here, let me make sure I'm forgetting to color code things here. Awesome. Okay, we do not owe our trust to the candidate. Number four, oh, what an amusing animal. Yes, that's just saying something out of oh. Okay, number five, I will owe him a favor if he helps me with this problem. I will OWE, right? You owe it back to him. Very good. Okay, the bottom is just your sentence creation. Create one sentence for OH and one sentence for OWE. Start with a capital and with punctuation, all that good stuff. And then the last page is also practicing the difference between OH, which I think we had blue on that page, right? Versus OWE. Okay, so I owe him cash for lunch. Which one? OWE. Right. Number two, what do I owe for this sandwich? Yeah, what do you have to pay back? OWE again. Number three, oh, what a shock, said Tim. Yeah, that's his reaction. That's OH, but make sure it's a capital O because it's the beginning of a sentence. Number four, she said, oh, when I gave the answer. That's a reaction. OH again. Okay, technically, because this is the beginning of a quotation, it should be a capital O also. Number five, send the bill on time or owe more cash. Yeah, or you'll have to pay it back. Very good. Okay, the next one. Six, I owe you for the ride to school. That one's OWE. Very good. And make sure the directions at the top do say that you're scooping these into phrases. So as soon as we're done here, go back and reread them and see how they should be scooped together. Number seven, she will owe the child a new doll. OWE. Yeah, maybe she broke the other one. Number eight, oh no, he did not set the reminder. That one's OH with a capital O at the beginning. Number nine, never owe more cash than you can make. Right, OWE. And lastly, number 10, oh no, Dad yelled. That one's the reaction, OH with a capital O. All right, and yes, once again, go back and reread those sentences and scoop them into phrases. Thanks for joining me.